she's just a 17-year-old high school girl. Let me come through and let me get in the mix.
Police! Help!
So, welcome to the first video on the Chan. So, as you read from the title and the thumbnail, today we're going to be discussing love triangles and why I don't particularly like them. I know what you're thinking from the examples that I put in the thumbnail. How could you not like these? Well, it's quite simple. Let's get into it. So, what is a love triangle? A love triangle is typically a relationship or an arrangement between three individuals. And it implies that this arrangement is unsuitable for one or more of the people involved. The common themes within a love triangle include jealousy and unrequited love. And one person usually ends up being betrayed or feeling betrayed, or is the person that is doing the betraying. So, let's discuss history of love triangles within the media. So, first things first, Shakespeare and Dumas included love triangles in their works. Romeo and Juliet had a love triangle, so did Monte Cristo and the Three Musketeers. Love triangles are very popular in the media. 3 of the highest grossing movies also include a love triangle: Gone with the Wind, Titanic, and Dr. Zhivago. I think that's how you say it. Yeah. In a TV show, a love triangle is typically a prolonged process, usually dragged out between either the entire show or a few seasons or a few movies. Twilight is an example of that, where the love triangle was dragged out throughout the whole thing, as far as I know, until like the second movie. I don't know. I don't like the movie itself. So let's talk about different love triangles and the process behind them. So first things first, we have the eternal triangle. A jealous mate, A, is in a relationship with an unfaithful partner, B, who has a lover, C. A feels abandoned, B is between two mates, and C is the catalyst for crisis in the union between A and B. Right. Next, we have homosexuality. So, if men have a romance and they allow a woman into the relationship, an isosceles triangle is made. There can be envy and mimetic desire involved. Next, we also have the issue of gender discussion. Both sexes may equally play the part of the other person, although the person at the center of a rivalrous triangle typically is a woman, whereas for a split object love triangle, it's a man, due to the same reason that polygamy is more common than polyandry. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Anywho, now we can get on into the juicy stuff, which is different type of love triangles that I know. So, I'm so excited to talk about this. First things first, we have the bane of my existence, the most annoying group of people that were ever together. Damon, Stefan, and Elena. Ew! Okay. Now, I know you're thinking, Vampire Diaries is one of, if not the most popular form of a love triangle in a show. Like, everybody would do like a Damon girly or a Stefan girly, and they wanted Elena with one or the other. Personally, I am a Damon girly through and through, because Stefan got on my nerves the first 3 seasons. Like, I was ready for him to go. I didn't want her with either of them, honestly. I don't like her either. Like, she's so annoying. Like, she annoys me to my core. Every time she was on screen, I almost wanted to turn off the show. Like, girly pop. Girly pop. Like, she's one of the worst main characters that I've ever seen. her. Like, she's so self-centered and like it's whiny. Like, girly girl, please shut up. Anywho, it's not about her specifically. The issue with their love triangle, first things first. First of all, this is a 17-year-old girl, right? And you, both of y'all, Stefan and Damon, came through the town. And they were like, oh, I see this girl. First of all, Stefan saved her from a drowning car. And then Damon saw her another time. And they were both like, oh, I see this girl. She looked exactly like my ex from like 150 years ago. I know it's not her. I know she's just a 17-year-old high school girl. Let me come through and let me get in the mix.
Police! Help!
Now, why? That's creepy and very weird. Both of y'all are old, and you're messing with this minor girl? Not to mention a love triangle between brothers. I'm so sorry. That's nasty. That's nasty. You want to be in the same place that your brother was? No. It couldn't be me. Not to mention, the whole love triangle itself just felt very pushed. It felt very like, oh, this has to happen because I says it does. Who asked for this? Like, at no point did I think, yeah, this is genuine. Like, no. And it was very, like, flat. Like, at no point I was like, yeah, I'm invested in this. I'm rooting for somebody. Like, no. It's just like, dang, I'm sick of all three of y'all at this point. Girl, if you don't choose somebody and shut your mouth. Ooh, I want Stefan today. Ooh, I want Damon the next, like, girly pop. Choose somebody. Choose one. Because you can't have both. Because that would be incestuous and weird. And going. I hate them. I hate that pairing. First of all, I don't like I said earlier, I don't like Elena with either of them. Disgusting. Stefan, go with Caroline. Damon, go with Bonnie. I love me some Damon. Listen up, Damon and Bonnie carried. They were actually the reason I tuned in the first place. Because I kept seeing Bonnie as, I'm like, who is this girl? Why is she so fine? Let me tune in. And I saw Damon edits and Damon and Bonnie edits. I was like, y'all, I need to watch. They did Bonnie's character so dirty. But that's a separate video. Anywho, next triangle on the docket is Jane, Raphael, and Michael. Now, this is a love triangle that I love. I love all three of them. Like, she could end up with either one of them and I would have been happy. Like, I would have been ecstatic. Because they are both good love interests. Like, it wasn't pushed. It wasn't forced. It was like a slow burn love triangle. Like, I didn't feel like, oh, you're, like, if you go with this guy, that's wrong. If you go with this guy, that's wrong. I love all three characters. They just simply ate down. Like, that's how you do a love triangle. That's how you do a love triangle, except for the fact that Michael pretended to die. Now that, they was doing too much with that. They was doing entirely much with that plot point. That was unnecessary. I didn't like that. But the rest of it was handled extremely well. And I love them for that. I love them. It could have went either way. It could have went either way for real and I would have been happy. I would have been happy and it's I let him. Anywho, next triangle. Ooh. Now, if you watch American Horror Story, specifically American Horror Story Coven, you know about Kyle, Zoe, and Madison. Now listen up. Madison sucks. Like, yes, I know we all like, yay, Madison, woo, Madison, she's so, no.
Trust, you will be dealt with. Period.
She's a sucky person. But, love triangle, first of all, Of course, we love Zoe and Kyle. And Madison and Kyle didn't work. But here's my thing though. Zoe and Madison.
I'm gay.
Now you cannot tell me that they wasn't feeling. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that they weren't feeling each other. You can't, because it would be a lie. Like, they're gay for each other. Like, they're gay. They're gay. They wanted each other. They wanted each other. And Kyle was a scapegoat. Kyle was a beard.
I'm part of the LGBTQ community, and this is my best friend, Valentina. She's an ally. Talk, Valentina.
Ally.
You can't convince me that Zoe and Madison weren't in love. It's impossible. It's impossible. Anywho, next triangle. We have Quinn, Rachel, and Finn. Now, anybody who knows me knows I love me some Glee. And everybody also knows that Rachel is the most annoying character ever. But Rachel and Finn were an amazing couple. I'm so sorry. I love them. I love them. Quinn sucked the first season. Like, girly pop, you can't lie about you cheating on him and letting old boy get you pregnant and then telling him it's his baby. You can't. That sucks. You can't do that. And Finn was stupid for trying to go back to Quinn. Like you, what? Rachel was also an annoying girlfriend, though. I can't even lie about that. But their love triangle was interesting and juicy. And it also wasn't dragged out. It was for 2-3 episodes. And he went back to Quinn. And then he went back to Rachel. And that was it. It was Rachel forever. It's okay. It was juicy for the time being. It was very interesting. Yeah. We also have 11, Mike, and Will from Stranger Things. This is more recent. Now, forgive me for saying this, but I'm not seeing Mike and Will. I'm sorry. I'm not getting those vibes from Mike. I'm not getting those vibes from Mike. And this will be an example of an unrequited love triangle. Because Mike likes 11. 11 likes Mike. And Will likes Mike. So everybody likes Mike. In conclusion, I don't know why.
Hoes on me, left and right.
Mike? Got people feeding over Mike. I'm not feeling that one. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Also, we also have Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan. Well, obviously, from this most recent season, we know that Jonathan and Nancy ain't really feeling each other that much. I'm so sorry. I know they're together in real life, but they never gave me chemistry. They never gave off yeah, you're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend, we're passionate, we're in love. They never gave those vibes. They never gave those vibes to me. And I do like Steve and Nancy. I do. And it's obvious that Steve is feeling Nancy from this most recent season. And Nancy's not doing anything to dissuade those vibes. She's not doing anything to turn down those vibes. I feel like she's picking it up. She's giving me that, I'm interested. She gives off those vibes. And that's okay. That's okay. We all see Steve. We have eyes. Oh, yeah. We also have, if you watch Doctor Who, we also have Rose, Martha, and Tin.
No, God!
This is another example of a love triangle I hate, but also because it's anti-black. Now, let me tell you something. Rose, right? Everybody loves Rose. She's one of the most, if not the most popular companion. And Rose and Tin were, in love or whatever. And then Rose gets sucked into an alternate universe and she gets a second version of Tin. You know, when they live happily ever after, they have kids or whatever, and they get married. You know? Yeah. But then Martha comes along, and now Martha is essentially this rebound girl, and she's the first black companion. And now she's essentially this rebound girl, and she's made to be seen as pining after the doctor. And, like, the whole reason, and she left. Like, she was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. You kind of suck. I can't stay with you. Because he essentially sort of led her on. And she realized that, like, she was the rebound girl. And I like you. You don't like me like that. And this isn't healthy for me. And so she left. And she is the only companion to leave and stay gone for real. Like, she came back for, like, 1 or 2 trips, but she didn't stay permanently. The other girlies need to learn from her. They need to learn a lesson. Because the rest of y'all, that's why you're dead. That's why you're dead. Because you can't leave. Anywho. Now, let's talk about why a love triangle can be bad. So, as I said before with the other examples, a love triangle can be bad when it's made to be like this huge, big plot point and it's driving most of the episode and the themes. Like with Vampire Diaries, it's like, oh, Stefan and Elena's love, or Elena and Damon's love, or their love for her was like a central plot of the show. It's like, dang, where's the other material? Do we have any other motivations besides Elena? No. We don't. And that gets real dry and real boring real fast. Like, I was over it. By season 2. It was like, nope. Pack it up. Pack it up. Pack it up. And of course with a love triangle, usually you have like a favorite. Or like somebody that you, or like a couple that you prefer. But when you don't have a favorite, and you don't have a couple that you prefer, and you don't like any of them, it's like, oh.
Yeah, y'all, about time to go, y'all.
Alright,
Time to go.
Let's wrap it up. It's not for you, as it wasn't for me. A love triangle can be good when it isn't a part of the central plot. It's like, oh, it's a background plot, but it's not the main plot. It's a subplot. And also, the characters are characters outside of the romance. Once again, Vampire Diaries is an example. The characters, the romance, was such a big part of the characters. Like, who are you outside of this romance for real? Like, it shouldn't have been that big. It should not have been that big. I'm sorry. And another reason a love triangle can be good when their actions aren't primarily driven by the triangle or the people within the triangle. Like, it shouldn't be that big a deal, for real. Like, you have other priorities. Get a life. Get a life. Your life shouldn't revolve around this girl or boy. Like, get a life. So, let's get into why polyamory should be in more shows. So, as I was saying, a lot of these issues and jealousy could be resolved if y'all was just a throuple. Just, like, be together. All of you. Everyone. Just come together and, like, be cute. But in most love triangles, the other people on the sidelines aren't typically attracted to each other, which is a problem. It's a problem. That's why they're boring, unoriginal, and sexist. We'll get into that in a second. Anywho, polyamory, as I was saying. Polyamory is usually only seen in fan fictions. It can work, though. And I love it. Like, it's just so It's everything. And a prime example in the modern media is Netflix's The Bastard Son and the Devil himself. Okay, the show, it ate down. I don't care. I'm so mad it got canceled. Anywho, there was a throuple. First of all, our main character, bi king. A bi icon. We also have, basically, our main character was Nathan. Nathan is our bi king. He also had this girl he liked, Annalise. She's a cutie. And we also have Gabriel, who's fine. Anywho, so Nathan and Annalise like each other. Gabriel likes Nathan. And they kind of like all have a unspoken arrangement. And the reason that I thought it was unspoken is because they all slept in the same bed and they all knowingly made out with Nathan. And Gabriel and Annalise seemed to like each other. But there was one scene in particular where they were at a dinner at one of the witch coven's houses. And it felt like this girl was coming on to Nathan. And Annalise checked her. And but she never checked Gabriel. So I feel like it was like, yeah, we all like Nathan. Let's just be with Nathan. And that's how it should work. Just like let's like be together. Be together. It would make me like so happy. Like half of these things, just be together. Everybody. Just come together. United front. Like, they're just so cute and fun. I love a good bisexual. As a bisexual, I love a good bisexual. Like, just, like, be bi and be cute. Or, like, just all be gay or all be straight. Yeah, there's no reason for drama. There's no reason for jealousy. Just be together. Just be together. I love that. Anywho, let's get into the reason why love triangles are typically sexist and misogynistic. So within the love triangle, we usually see love triangles between two, with a woman in the middle and two men fighting for them. And it's usually because women are still seen as prizes and trophies. It's like, oh, I deserve her. No, I deserve her. Let's fight for her. Sometimes to the death. It's like, you're doing too much. Does this lady have a choice? Does she have a choice between who she wants? Sometimes she does. Sometimes she doesn't. And we usually don't see love triangles between with a man in the middle and two women. And a theory somebody wrote that I read, I'll put my resources in the description, was that can be seen as emasculating to men. Is like, oh, well, I'm not something to be fought over. I'm something to fight. Like, I'm rah. You know? Yeah. It's weird and embarrassing. And that is just some of the reasons why I don't like love triangles. Or more specifically, I don't like most love triangles. Sometimes people do them and they're done well. And other times, they're not done good at all, and they be doing too much. And this is also my campaign for polyamory. Just be a throuple. Be a throuple, and everybody will be happy and satisfied. Anywho, till next time, thanks for watching. Bye!
Hope you know what you want.